Remax Home Results Realty, and this week on Making Sense of Real Estate, we're talking about why house closings may fall apart. Why did the deal come apart? Big part of a lot of transactions is the appraisal. It's part of the process. Doesn't happen on every transaction, but it happens on a lot of them, especially in our area. So what happens if the appraisal comes in low? If you're not familiar with appraisals, we're going to talk more in depth about this at a later date. But as of right now, what happens is you get multiple comps on a property, a comp being another property that is sold similar to the home you're trying to buy or trying to sell, that have sold in the area, similar type of construction, similar type of price point, and they add and subtract value from that to come up with an appraisal price, a comparable price for the market. If that doesn't happen, this is where we get in an issue and why deals sometimes fall apart. If the price is too low, that turns into a challenge then. So typically what's going to happen is that, again, it's not justifying the price. Renegotiation is usually the first option then. So buyer and seller need to come together, find some place to meet in the middle. Seller drops a price, buyer comes up with cash or whatever, figure something out different with their purchasing option. A lot of times we can salvage a deal if the gap is not too wide. So that is option number one that we go with, is the renegotiation. An appraisal, a lot of times, maybe it's not even the price, it might just be a lot of work, depending upon the type of purchase and the type of appraisal being done. An FHA, a VA, a USDA loan, there's certain things they're looking for in the house that could cause an issue. Peeling paint, a myriad of different things, sometimes minor quick fixes, other times more expensive and more in depth. If those need done, again, it's a renegotiation sometimes. Who's going to pay for that? Who's going to fix it? Buyer, seller, or both of you? Again, a reason why a deal could fall apart. So we could try to get another appraisal, or you could try to, push back on the original appraisal. Don't have a lot of luck with that a lot of times. We'll submit different comps. We'll do things like that. Sometimes it is reassessed or the amount is readjusted. You could have another appraisal ordered, possibly, if the lender's okay with that, and somebody's paying for it. Buyer's paying for it, seller's paying for it. Somebody's got to pay the bill to have a second appraisal done. So with that being said, that could happen. You can work a lot of ways to save the deal. If you can't, in the end, if you're the seller, you may have to go to back on the market, look at your backup offers, things like that. If you're a buyer, you may just have to go on to the next home. There's a lot of times where this does happen. We are able to salvage a deal. Not always, though, but we do our best to kind of work through it. So why do some house closings fall through? Appraisals, one of the big issues sometimes, but it can be worked through a lot of times. So we've got a few more things here. We're going to double check if anybody's got any questions. We do a live Q&A on Friday. This week, all week, we're talking about why house deals fall apart. We've talked about a couple different issues. We can go more in depth. We got some questions we're going to put together with that. And if you got anything else, we'll go from there. So if not, we will keep making